Hello guys, welcome back to another episode of PCs and EVs. In today's video, you're going to be joining me for a pretty fun adventure, both on the Amtrak auto train and then on a roughly, I think it's like 800-ish mile road trip home from DC to New Hampshire. So stick around if that's what you're interested in. Alright, we plugged in a little bit ago. We got ramped up to full speed, at least that our battery was warm enough to receive. Obviously we're heading to the train station after this. I need some food. It's like 10 a.m. I haven't eaten yet. I've been off and on awake since 2:30 as I had to drop the girlfriend and child, my daughter, off at the airport. We're going to want nearly all the charge we can get for when we're actually in DC. So I'm just going to let this thing charge. I do like how they're labeled, at least for Tesla owners, to charge from which side. And I do like that this installation also has 4 level 2 destination chargers. It's a pretty decent install. There's going to be a Starbucks right there. There's a Cane's right there. Starbucks, even though I got Starbucks, I had to get it at a different one because this one isn't open yet. I just picked it up on the way. It's literally right next to where our hotel was, but yeah, I'm hungry. I'm gonna get some Cane's. And just like that, charged up to 80%. We're gonna move on down the road now that I've eaten some chicken. And we're gonna go to the one a little bit closer to the auto train. And here we are, having just arrived at the supercharger here in Sanford. Last leg was 10 kilowatt hour, 278 watt hour per mile to go 34 miles. Let's get plugged in. I didn't do much preconditioning. We're obviously still at a very high state of charge. Actually elected to navigate here late. Yes, I know I have enough energy to get there. Thank you. But yeah, let's get plugged in, just kind of see what she does. I'll probably stay here for 20 minutes. Hopefully get up to like 90% or so. I'm gonna go probably into Target. I think it's over there somewhere. I don't know. Yeah, you can kind of see it. Pretty cool to see that a F-150 Lightning using their CCS to NACS adapter has joined the party. I did not notice these when I pulled in, but there's also some charge point level 2s right next to it. I'm a big fan of DC fast charging operators or just stations having level 2 options immediately next to it. For example, in times where it may be congested, full, whatever, people can still sit, get a little bit of a charge, at least not drain their battery while sitting here. We're pretty well charged up. I think we're right around 85%. Focus. Yeah, we've got another 13 kilowatt hour added, 85%. I'm going to call that good enough. This thing's going to sit on a train. It's going to get cold. And then we're going to resume our road trip tomorrow. I'll let you guys know what we pull into the Amtrak station with. And then once we get going on there, once we get all checked in and everything, I'll show you guys what we get. We do have a roomette reserved. So basically what that means is that we have like a private 2-person room. It's just going to be me, obviously, but we get meals included, and it's just, yeah, it's a private room, which is going to be a lot of fun. Well, this is where the line's out to right now. We're going to pop out and just get a shot of that real quick, because this is impressive. It just goes. Yeah. And we're back here. We're going to have priority offloading once we do get to that point. But yeah, they're running behind, that's for sure. And just like that, we are pulling in. You can see the train cars here. Man, this is going to be so much fun. I can't wait to bring you guys along. Oh boy. Here's the auto racks that they use to load the cars on. And then here's, oh, there's a sleeping car, 5246. I'm in 5248. So I could very well be on the next one, or I could be literally anywhere else on the train. This will be fun to find. Can you guys tell I'm getting excited? I mean, I've even got my Amtrak Auto Train shirt that I bought at the Lorton, Virginia station on. I am excited. So that you guys can see how they load the cars, let's take a look. Just drives up and drives right in. That's very interesting. Ooh, they have a food truck. That could be yummy. We'll have to see what they got for food. It's time for me to go and get checked in though. I have found my steed. Sleeping car 5248. Superliner 32113. Man, I can't wait to get on you. And be able to relax. Get to see a car going up into the high section. And then there were 3 dinner options. I decided for the 7 p.m. dinner. They give you a little auto train dinner seating ticket, which is really cool. And then in addition to that, you get your little boarding pass that just says that it's the auto train. Really cool card stock they got here. Given that we're on the end here, I'm not going to walk past that sign, but you can just see the diesel locomotives that they use for this. These things are pretty. That's for damn sure. And just like that, we are on the train, all boarded. We're in room 8. I already put my stuff down, but I wanted to get the shot. And this is it. This is our roomette. Oh man, this is gonna be so freaking comfy. Interesting to see one with the cloth seats when on our way down we had one with the other seating, I believe. Whatever, doesn't really matter that much, but I am extremely excited. This is gonna be so much fun. Now we're gonna switch to the ultra wide camera. I got 3 bottles of water, a table that comes up and flips out like such, so I could do some work, play some video games on my laptop. I'll probably do just about all of the above. Come on, go back in. There we go. It's a little finicky. These 2 chairs will come together into a bed. This is another potential bunk for me, so I get to decide. We got air control right here. This controls how much AC I have. Obviously, we've got a door that shuts if I don't have my backpack in the way, you know. I'll probably throw that up onto this shelf because I've got room there. Door that shuts, curtain for privacy. Yeah, no, this is sick. This is real nice. Hi guys. And just like that, we are moving about 10 minutes late. Not bad. Update for y'all. We're near the locomotive. You can probably hear that. It's gonna be a rough night for sleep. Just went and grabbed some snacks. We got Coke. I know Miles in Transit would be rolling in his grave, but rolled gold pretzels and some Skittles for $8.50 after tipping the cafe, lounge car, whatever attendant $1. Honestly, not a bad deal. I'm calling that good enough. Especially since this is on a train moving 60, 70-ish miles an hour. I'm happy with it. Dinner will be in about an hour and a half, and I'll bring you guys along for that. We have made it to Jacksonville, Florida. I'm playing some Civ 5. It's been a pretty comfortable ride so far. I genuinely have no idea how I'm gonna sleep. Very interesting that we're just having level crossings though with the street and everything. So it's serotonin. I could use some of that right now. Anyways, I'll join you guys all again at dinner. Got the steak. It's very good. Dinner was extremely yummy. Man, I am stuffed and ready to go to bed. Alright, got the little room all cozied up. Only had the top bunk come down, as I think it's going to work better for me in case I can't sleep because of the noise. But yeah, we'll get the lights shut off and head to bed. It's 2 a.m. I've woken up at south of the border. I know my phone's not going to focus right, but I am extremely warm. I had the room set to the coldest possible. It's going fine. I keep waking up, but I've slept a decent amount so far. Time to go back to sleep. Morning, everyone. You joined me from the bathroom of the auto train. I actually got a much better night of rest in a roomette than I had been able to get in a family bedroom. I apologize for differing microphone quality and sound quality on this. I did not feel like grabbing my mic or receiver in the middle of the night to talk to you guys. So, but yeah, we're gonna go get breakfast now. It's always cool to see priority track right through the middle of the main strip. Do still have level crossings, but yeah, this is cool. We're just traveling down the center. I got my breakfast, and then we can see on the other side as well. We're just in the center of the road. It is it's 32 degrees out. I'm cold, but the auto racks are coming, so my car should be pretty quick to get off of there, given that I paid for priority deboarding. Here she is. All right, let's get in and get warmed up. It's cold. We have just pulled into the supercharger in Aberdeen, Maryland. I have to pee, otherwise I'd have run it down way more than 32%. Since getting off the train, we've gone 125 miles and averaged 252 watt-hour per mile. No idea what we're going to ramp up to. I really don't care. It's only a V2 station. I'm literally running in, peeing, and then coming back out, and we're unplugging instantly. So you'll see what we ramp up, or what we charge up to here in just a little bit. All right, after watching the app, looks like we ramped up to about 140 kilowatt for a bit, and then dropped down to about 110 by now. We're at like 42, 43%. I did start the climate just to get the battery heating up more, because that'll warm it up for future driving. Let's unplug, take a look, and hit the road. All right, 42%. Let's get going. I think I can make it. The car doesn't think so. So we shall see what happens. I'm gonna slow us down to 71. And we'll just sit at 71. See if we can't make this 40% to go 120 miles. I think that should be right on par. All right, yeah, so I forgot to mention, but we had left initially at, I think, 71-ish% from charger. So I just wanted to give you guys kind of a heads up as to where that charge started in relation to how much energy we used. Just like that, we are arriving. I did end up choosing a closer station. As you can see, we only went 104 miles. Efficiency was definitely down compared to the last leg. It is getting a little colder as we go farther north. But in addition to that, I also kept a higher average speed. I think I was going roughly 75 for most of this. So let's get plugged in. I can use the restroom again. But we'll get plugged in, ramp up probably to 250, considering we preconditioned a decent amount, and temperatures look good. All right. You can definitely tell the difference between CCS with 2 stalls versus supercharger with 8. Now they are dual handle stalls. I think they can do both at once. I'm curious to see if they say anything unusual on here. 59 cents a kilowatt hour. Oh wow, you can actually see, oh, that looks horrible on there. Sorry. These are max 400 kilowatt each side, so 500 amp at 800 volt. Anyways, we are plugged in. We plugged in at 3%. We're probably already up to like 5 or 6. 4. We're at 187 kilowatt and ramping up. We're gonna go inside now. Picked up some Burger King and making the trek back to the car now. Hey lady, you can't park there. That's a supercharger stall. But we are going to see what we charged up to. Once we get back here, we're gonna hit the road no matter what we're at. Simply because there's like a bajillion and a half superchargers. So I can always just hit the next one. Well, let's take a look and see. We are at 43%. Let's unplug, hit the road. The wonders of driving next to Newark. You get to see planes lined up. And landing once we get closer. That plane just took off. All right, we arrived at 2%, having gone 120 miles at 259 watt hour per mile, 31 kilowatt hour used. We are here in Fairfield, Connecticut, and let's get plugged in. It is a V3 supercharger. We're gonna probably just stay long enough to pop inside and pop back out. All right, so we actually just experienced a charging fault. And looking at it, it looks like the stall I was connected to, the pedestal, is offline. Well, that's a new one. My first ever charging error mid-session, I guess. Yeah, you can see it's the only one that's not lit up. What the hell? What just happened? So, the supercharger stall I'm connected to just straight up died. Okay. Well, we got to 12%. It's not on, so I doubt that it's going to do anything. Yeah, car doesn't even see it. Not really, at least. Okay, let's move over one and try that. I know we can't make it home yet. I was actually doing a screen recording for just to track the charging curve, and it charged for like 3 minutes and then just turned off. So let's make sure that we actually start charging again. Yeah, blah, 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 blah. Enough charge to continue trip. You don't actually. That's with me stopping again very shortly. Probably. Let's look. Yeah, that has me going like 25 miles down the road. We're not doing that. We're going to make it farther than that. So we're going to stay here for a little bit. Obviously, we would still be getting full rate. So there'd be literally no reason to unplug now anyways. All right, after a little charging mishap, I got some snacks. I got a Red Bull so I don't fall asleep. And we are charged to, it'll be like 37% or so. Now, it's not going to say that we have enough to get home. I don't need to have enough to get home, really. The supercharger's still offline. There's plenty of chargers along the way, so it'll just route me to another one on the way. The reason that I'm making so many charging stops here on this trip, you could have definitely very easily been served with 2, maybe 3 charging stops the whole trip. If you did a bit more of a longer charge, or if you just listened to the damn car. I don't like sitting stopped for very long. I have ADHD, so I like just, all right, I can unplug, pop down to the next charger, whatever. Also, it's getting late. I haven't had the best sleep the past couple of days, so another useful thing for me is unplugging and moving to the next charger means that I get breaks very frequently, and it's very nice. Let's do auto park. This FSD beta has been another lifesaver here, quite honestly. It has made this road trip so much easier. But yeah, we're here. We're in, I don't even know. We're in Connecticut, northern Connecticut now instead of southern Connecticut. And we're going to get plugged in. This will probably be our last charge, I think. Okay. Auto park aborted for system error. I literally just complimented you, but okay. Thanks. This looks like it'll be a fun charging station and everything. Yeah, we got to charge like 40%. I'll probably do it all in this session. I might not. I don't like doing more than like an hour and a half at a time at night, just because I get super tired. And just like that, we are ramping up pretty nicely. Should hit peak rate here in just a minute, but like I said, it's, as you can see, it's like 10 minutes here. It's not going to be that big of a deal to get home. So I'll probably just stay here, not pop down the road for another one. Man, I'm ready to be home. That segment we did faster speeds, and it preconditioned a bit more because we arrived obviously at a higher state of charge. But yeah, 68 miles, 22 kilowatt hour, 324 watt hour per mile on that segment. Now, I did want to add, as I've been pointing this out at other charging locations, there are J1772 plugs available, as well as these are CCS compatible V3 superchargers. They have the Magic Dock on there. I forgot what the word for it was for a little bit. But yeah, it is a little chilly. I'm going to hop back in the car. We're still charging up. I mean, we've got 6 minutes, whatever. I can deal with a slightly slower charge rate for 6 minutes. And just like that, we are good to go. 59%, and we will now continue driving. FSD, and go. And just like that, we are home. Another 97 miles, 28 kilowatt hour, and 294 watt hour per mile. All right, that's going to conclude this video.